Hello, everyone. I've been getting so many questions from clients, from people on the internet, or even just seen a lot of people post about hormones and about hormone replacement therapy. And now there is a huge movement of women and women practitioners and doctors and health coaches all talking about finally women's voices are being heard and it's not being looked upon as, oh, hormone replacement is bad and it's going to cause illness in the body. And now we're like, yes. But what I'm seeing is now people are saying, if I can, I've got, low estrogen. If I can just go on HRT, I'm going to be fine. And I want you to really consider the facts. And this is what sometimes is really hard for us women is to slow down and ask ourselves, am I taking control of my health? And am I laying the foundation? And the foundation of what I need today as a 40 or 50-year-old or 60-year-old woman might be different than the foundations I needed before. This is something that Dr. Josh Axe, he's been really talking about. There are a few things that really seem to decline when we're hitting this midlife, perimenopause, menopause, whatever you think. And before I go further, you guys, if you're watching and you're with me, I know you're my tribe. You're probably on your walk listening to me, or you're, found me on your social because I pop up because you like to follow me. But whether you're on my podcast or you're on my feed, welcome. Thank you for being here. I'm Kellie Lupsha, and I'm a high performance health coach. I'm really helping women with this world of navigating anti-aging, longevity, and it doesn't have to be a weird thing. It just has to be let me make a smooth transition throughout my 40s and 50s and into my 60s, which is this beautiful part of our life. Okay? So, welcome. Thank you for being here. But we really want to talk about when you're starting to consider things for your health, should you start with hormone replacement? Because all of a sudden, now that everyone's talking about HRT, I'm for HRT 100%. But if you actually want your body to respond and use it maximally, and not just think it could be a band-aid. Depending how you use it, it could be a band-aid. Now, it can also be a game changer if you're doing everything else, but you haven't decided to do hormones and you add them in. And you're like, oh my gosh, I feel amazing, what I've been waiting for. But here are some of the foundational things that if you've not really said, all right, this is my routine, this is what I'm taking, this is what I'm gonna like look under the hood, okay? It's not that fun to look under the hood, but we need to. We need to, ladies. So here's the thing. When we're in this perimenopause and into menopause, a cascade of events start to happen. This cascade of events is things like your gut microbiome goes crazy, and foods you could tolerate before you're not tolerating, and bloating and distension and not feeling well. You're like, what in the world is happening to me? So we must address your gut. And we're going to look at addressing your gut from a variety of ways, okay? There's lots of stuff that's coming down, but the gut is really being broken. And not just your gut, there's other symptoms and systems. Have you guys heard about your mitochondria? Our mitochondria are the powerhouse of the cell. You probably remember way back into, middle school when you were talking about what creates energy, the mighty mitochondria, the ATP to give every cell in the body energy. Then we forget about it, right? But now we're hitting this age and we're like, oh my God, I can't forget about it because your mitochondria start to decline. So when you're saying, I just have low energy, I just don't feel great. Why don't I have that extra pep in my step like I used to? Because your mitochondria are slowing down, honey. Your mitochondria are like, I've been doing some work, but you got to help me out. I need some more robust, bigger, stronger mitochondria to do their job. So if you're not addressing your mitochondria with food you're eating, how you're sleeping, and appropriate activation or supplementation, of course your mitochondria are exhausted, right? So Gut, we know how that feels. Who out there has been bloated, right? So many of us. And then who else out there not only has had like bloating and distension or gas or, oh my gosh, I just can't eat the same foods anymore. Now you're like, why have I had some brain fog? Why am I in low energy? Is this starting to sound like you? And are you starting to see how you're jumping to HRT because you think I've got low estrogen? Well, no beep, Sherlock, right? When you're going through this time in your life, chances are you're going to have low estrogen. But let's fix some of the big rocks of your health, the root cause, the most important things. I know you want all the shiny things, but just like Stephen Covey says, the 7 habits of highly effective people, put first things first. In your health, to be highly effective, put first things first. Let's start addressing root cause. And the bummer is it just changes as we're getting older. And you can either say, oh, there's nothing I can do about it, I'm just getting older, or you can say, let me really work on my gut. Let me really support my mitochondria. Let me see if my body is methylating. Let me see if my body is detoxifying. Is this all making sense? In detoxification, you've heard a lot of these like 7-day cleanses, 7-day detox, juice detox. I want you to be careful because one, the body does detox every day through our peeing and pooping and our sweating, right? So you should be exercising, saunaing, eliminating, like we need to be detoxifying. But also there's products that you can take support the body to detox on a regular basis because we need a little bit on a regular basis to churn the engines, to support the gut, to clear out the debris, right? Versus a one time, like a once a year or once a quarter, like, no, let's get things going all the time. So you feel good and you don't need like a major tune up, okay? Occasionally we do, but in general, we can really empower our bodies that we don't need the, 10,000-mile tune up. We just need a 100,000-mile tune up now and then because we're doing the proper principles. You're not burning out, you're not, we're instead of like regularly you're putting gas in your car or putting oil in your car, you're checking the tire pressure, right? So what are all the things you're doing regularly to your body? So we make sure we're not going into burnout and we're not going into adrenal fatigue. We're not going into mitochondrial death. And we're not going into cells that like to go rogue. And we're not going into times where our gut is just completely a mess. We need to stay on top of the game. So here's a few things. Keep HRT in the back of your mind. And if you're on it, amazing. Are you doing the other things? If you're thinking about HRT, just pause and say, am I laying the foundation for success? Have I cleaned up my eating and my sleeping? Are you activating your body with either food or taking support products for your mitochondrial health to activate properties of your body to support detoxification and your methylation? And what are you doing for your gut? Now, let me tell you, there's prebiotics, there's probiotics, there's postbiotics, there's digestive enzymes, there's detox products, there's binders. You're like, oh my God, where to start, Kellie? Or you're having a counter full of all of them. Well, there's a product coming your way that can do all of this that I'm really excited about. I'm actually going to be in a trial for it coming up, so I'm going to let you know how I do. But you're going to have access to this. I am so excited because if you think about it, do you really eat the colors of the rainbow on your plate every day? I don't think so. How would you like to not have to take your green powders and your red powders and your blends and your digestive enzymes and your probio and your, oh my gosh, doesn't it get exhausting? But you could do it all together. Well, there is an activation product for our gut that is going to supercharge every other gut product out there. I can't wait. Anyway, so we've got to take care of our gut. We've got to take care of our mitochondria. We've got to make sure that our body is regularly detoxifying and our body is still properly methylating. You can do that by activating your genes. Diet and lifestyle, baby, it's everything. It's absolutely everything. If you're just kind of like, I'm overwhelmed, where do I start, Kellie, right? Steps 1, 2, 3. Well, one, if you're really overwhelmed, Book a discovery call with me. Let's take a look. Where are you? Where the steps that you need to take? I can point you in the right direction. So on my podcast, go reach out to me in my email or Instagram and let me know. I'll send you the link, or you can find it on my link tree, right? To book a discovery call with me. Or you might be like, I'm watching you live right now. How do I get access, right? Drop discovery call and we can talk about it. But if you're just like, okay, let me start. Steps one, steps two, step three. Ready? Okay. I need you to start really exercising. Now, I don't mean 60 minutes, 90 minutes of endurance exercise anymore. Women, you need to lift and walk, lift and walk. And if I'd give you three things to do, I would say go do hot yoga. It will change your life. It will change your life. But your body needs to work. You need to pump your muscles. The muscles are that organ of longevity, right? That's going to prime the pump of everything. Next, I would say you need to activate your body. You need to turn your good genes on and your bad genes off because the bad genes are slowing processes down. Negative things are starting to happen. Cells aren't communicating. Systems are going haywire. You have got to work on your root cause. So if you can activate your body, okay, get that nerve 2 activation going. And by now, activation's not a new conversation. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, then you definitely need to reach out to me because you've got to be like taking your activation products. And your third thing, you guys, is you need to sleep like you're an Olympic sport of sleep. You need to go to bed regularly. Make sure your room is cold and dark and there's no distractions and you don't eat too close to bed and you don't have stressful events happening too close to bed. I know this can't happen all the time, but I need you to say, I am going to be in the Olympic sport of sleeping. How'd you like that? Olympic sport of sleeping. Yeah, we all would. And our bodies got trained. If you've had kids out there, holy moly, from the time you were pregnant till the time they left your house, right? Call it 20 years or more that you were trained of they cry and they wake up at night. Somebody needs you. I'm on high alert. What's going on? It's mom. Oh, what? Who needs me? A kid's not home yet at night and I'm staying up waiting for them. Like, we got ourselves trained to have really crappy sleep. So now we got to retrain ourselves. This is your time. You can do whatever you want. You can have fancy sheets and pillows and blankets and go to bed at 8:30 at night, right? Like create your perfect routine to sleep like an Olympic athlete. So I hope this was helpful, you guys, that you've got to be doing these things. And then, yes, your body is like, I am so ready for my hormones. Like I have been depleted, but thank you for working on my systems because what's going on root cause, and if I'm not doing that right, of course my hormones are out of balance. Hello. But let me tell you, when you're entering that perimenopause and into true menopause, you probably need support. All right. You probably need support. But today was about before you just put that band aid on, make sure you're really starting to heal and make the appropriate changes necessary for the body in this new aging environment to heal. Deal? You got your action? So if you're really lost or you're like, I just need your help, you're going to book a discovery call, right? Otherwise, we're going to start with those actions. And if you're curious about this upcoming gut health product coming out, let me know and I'll put you on my wait list. Okay. I've already got a big wait list of people that cannot wait to get their hands on it and honestly make gut health simple, right? We'll be talking more and more about it because gut health is complicated. So, how do we make it simple? Okay. Until next time, you guys, if you're out there curious about HRT or you're on HRT and you're still not feeling your best, ask yourself, am I doing empowering my body in this aging body through the changing time of what I need now? Am I supporting what I need now? Okay, you guys, until next time, I will see you next week. Always for more fun and always for more actual steps to empower you to take control of your health. Bye.